Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario 64 DS. So in the last episode, we finally unlocked Wario, but over the course of the last 10 parts, we have found mission after mission that only Wario can do. And while a few of them we have been able to grab the caps, for the most part, no, we have not been able to do anything. Which means that throughout the entirety of this part, it's the big cleanup. We've got to go back into nearly every single level. We've done Bob-omb Battlefield, we've done Womp's Fortress, we've done Lethal Lava Land, but everything else requires Wario. So the first thing we're going to do is Shifting Sandland. That is not where we want to go. So we actually have two missions left to do for this level, and our first one involves this thingamahooger right here, this massive block. So this is what Wario specialises in, and that's pretty much all he's really that useful for. Now there are a few ways you can do this. You could hop into you could speak to the Bob-omb at the other end of the course, open up the cannon, and then just fire your way over here. That was close. Or we could just long jump. Of course, if you do want to use the cannon, you can also use it with Wing Mario. It makes it a bit safer, but I prefer to just do it that way so that we're not wasting too much time. Speaking of wasting time, now we can head into the pyramid. We can actually do the pyramid puzzle. So this one is a little bit different depending on what version of the game you're playing. By which I mean, if you're playing the original version, you're collecting coins. If you're playing the DS version, you're collecting silver stars. Other than that, I think they are all in the same locations. That's really the only difference. But we now have to actually get back into the pyramid again. First we have to get back to these Tox boxes. What is the emotion going through this Tox box's mind? It's like he's angry, and he's happy, and he's sad, and he's something else. But which is the real personality? What is he actually feeling? I want to know. I wish I could speak to this Tox box and find out just how he actually feels. Watch out for this vulture. My hat! Well, luckily, because I was wearing the special cap, it also means that I don't actually lose my actual hat. If he did that and I wasn't wearing the Luigi cap, that would take away Wario's actual hat, and that would cause me to, if I lost that, I would then take double damage. Luckily, I don't need to worry about that, but because Klepto's got it, it also means that it doesn't just disappear after a few seconds. Yeah, that's definitely one of the missions. He'll only be carrying a star if you select the mission on the mission select. Otherwise, he's pretty much just there to be a hazard. So we've gone from playing as Wario with Luigi sounds, now we're doing the reverse. Alright, they are all on a set path, kind of. You do need to pretty much get to the end of the course. So where we got the previous star, unfortunately we have to go up a fair ways. And it's a real pain. This is essentially Leaps of Faith, the mission. Everything you're doing here is a leap of faith because the camera does not work with you at all. Regardless of how you're playing the game. Now I can just go over here. Well, while trying to avoid doing that. So some of the silver stars you can get very simply. Like 2 of them, that's all I have to do is just run along that path. You do sink in the sand. I don't know if you could completely sink in it. I'd rather not take the risk and find out. But yeah, you can just make your way over to the star just by doing this. I don't know if you can sink in there or not. Yeah, simple as that. That's all you got to do for that. And then there's another one a little bit at the end of the little sand section. The others you have to jump for, and it is a pain. I don't know what this thing is called. Like, is it named after? Is it named somewhat similar to the Thwomp? Because we have Thwomps, we have Womps. What do you call this one then? A romp? It's rolling? It's a rolling Thwomp? I have no idea. Did I go for it? I can see that one up there too. Now we're going to keep going. Needless to say, this mission took quite a while. I've always hated this mission, no matter how you're playing the game, whether you're collecting stars, collecting coins, and it's all because of leaps of faith. Combined with just Super Mario 64's overall just sluggish controls, which are not quite so bad here, especially with the run button, but even so, like the jumps are still quite clunky. It's like when you think most other 3D Mario games, you have some sort of way to get a little extra out of your jump. It's like that star right there. Like those two are easy. But it's that middle one that is a pain to get. Like that, nice and simple. This, all you gotta do is walk off the edge. Probably find yourself grabbing the edge, but then you can just let go and land on it. But now you have to make this incredibly awkward jump, where the camera does not work with you. You can try this, but even this is still quite stiff and awkward to handle. So you can see just it's really not that easy to get to. I wish I literally had any other jumping ability in Mario games. Because like, Sunshine, you have Flood with the hover pack. Galaxy, you have the spin. And Odyssey, you have Cappy. But you don't get anything like this in 64. Oh, I missed. I hate this mission. So yeah, this is the long one. Don't worry, we're not seeing the whole entire thing. We do eventually cut when I get to the 4th star, because the 4th star again it's pretty easy to get. So all you gotta do is just land on the actual like sand thing. We're trying to grab this. Oh, I missed. You could probably try and stand on the side of these. I still didn't find it worked. Yeah. Alright, let's hit fast forward and let's just go. Oh, this took so many attempts. It doesn't help when Luigi decides to shimmy along that entire thing so slowly. Well, Wario, I should say. Try and stand on the edge, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, that sandfall, whatever you call it, it does push you down. Like, you can't just simply go right through it. It's gonna push you down. You're almost there. Come on, you stupid thing. Ow. And what do you call this one? Whoops, missed it again. Yeah, there's no good jumping there. Why did I jump there? I really don't remember why I jumped there. Get out of the way! Oh, it's just like watching those snowmen in Cool Mountain. Camera, work with me. Here we go. Jump! Hey! We're not done yet. Now I actually have to pick up the star. Luckily, that's as simple as just walking over to the platform. Or doing that and barely making it. Now we can finally end it. There we go. That shifting sandland's done and over with. Alright. Well, that shifting sandland all finished up. Now, I believe our next location that I went to was Big Boo's Haunt, because we still have to get the Switch Star in that level. We're done Hazy Maze Cave. We don't need to go back there anymore, thank God. We did Dire Docks at the end of the last part. We still have to finish. We still got 2 more in Jolly Roger Bay. We've got 1 more to get in Cool Mountain. We have some of the stars to get in the bonus levels. Like we can now go into the Vanish Cap level that was in the moat, because that was blocked off by one of the big black bricks. And we can get the other one in the Goon Boss fight, the red coins. So yeah, when you unlock Wario, a lot suddenly becomes available. So, first off we're going to go into Big Boo's Haunt. And do the switch star in the basement. So this one was located in this area just off to the side in the shed. I don't know what you call this. It's an unusual way of getting into the basement though, isn't it? What kind of house accesses the basement through the shed? Usually there's just a door, isn't there? I don't know. In Britain we don't tend to have basements. At least not any of the, unless it's like a really big house. They might have basements, but usually no. So break open this block. That will reveal the switch, and then you're just going to sort of just make a mad dash to the star. What I'm not sure is if Wario is actually slower than the other characters. I think he is, but I also messed up with long jumps. So that probably didn't help. Ah, so close. Alright, let's try grabbing this this Mario cap in the water over here. Which is deep enough to actually swim in. Wow. I say Wario swims. That's a stretch. Come on, Mario, Wario. What do I call him? So, it is technically still Wario, he's just wearing the cap. Right. Head on back over here. Now we can make a mad dash. I think Mario and Luigi, and probably Yoshi as well, are faster. Not that we can use Yoshi here. Like, I fell in there, and I still managed to get it. Only just, but I still managed to get it. And that's Big Boo's Haunt completed. So, this is the main issue with Super Mario 64 DS. Just because you have to unlock all of the other characters, does mean that you sort of then have to backtrack to a lot of levels that you've already been to. Unless you're going for like the bare minimum, at least at first, just to try and get all 4 characters available as soon as possible. Otherwise you are going to be revisiting a lot of levels. Stuff that you didn't have to worry about when you're playing the original Super Mario 64.
Here we go.
Now I can't count, so it's like when I got to this part and then I walked out the room, checked if I needed to do another level, like Cool Mountain, and then like, oh, there's one more star to get. That's because I couldn't select it because I haven't done any missions afterwards in the order. So if you do a mission out of order, in terms of like how they appear on the selection screen, you can't select it, but you will see like the uncollected star. If that makes sense, that's a very awkward way of trying to explain it. I apologise. Oh my god, Wario. Why are you so slow at swimming? Oh, remember Dire Docks is worse. It's good that there's no water pressure, and Wario should really be suffering from the bend right now. Oh my god, come on. And even when you get to the surface, he's still so incredibly slow. Come on, I mean, this makes sense. Which is weird, because since when does water ever make sense in a Mario game? But my god, he's so slow. Luckily, there's another one up here. So we can grab this. And now we can do it. So we need Metal Wario in order to go through all these hoops. It's exactly the same as the one that we did in Dire Docks. I don't know. Well, no, you're not going through hoops. What am I saying? That's it. You just got to collect the star.
Yeah.
Alright, 89. I was going to say we're nearly halfway there. We're way over halfway there. There's 150, not 180. One thing I am going to have to start doing is actually collecting the rabbits, because in order to get the white rabbits to appear to collect one of the stars and open that final door, you actually need to collect the other rabbits. But collecting the rabbits doesn't actually do anything. But collecting the rabbits unlocks the mini games. But in terms of like actually the main game, they don't do anything. They just make the white rabbits randomly appear. But we need to collect the other rabbits to do that. We've already collected one with Mario. And I was wrong. Actually, you can access the endless staircase. I thought there was just something you could only find by glitching, but no. If you go, you can actually go in there. I think only Mario. If you're playing the DS version, it doesn't actually matter how many stars you get. If you don't go in there as Mario, I think it is just an endless stairway. I'll check it out when I get there. So for this one, we actually need Luigi. So I've just decided, let's just go and grab the cap. I couldn't make out whether or not it was on the boat, judging from the map, but it isn't. So let's swim down. I thought I was finished with Finding Nemo. Swim down. Keep swimming. Keep swimming. Nearly there. No, we're not. Are you getting dizzy yet? Come on, Luigi Cap. Come on, Luigi Cap. There we go. So this one requires the Vanish Caps, and that's why we need Luigi. It's just located in here. I mean, we could have gotten this one when I unlocked Luigi. Come on, Flower. And now just make a run for it. Let's hit the switch. It is a switch style one. Run! Run! And there we go. And that is the end of Jolly Roger Bay. So there's no white. I don't know if you need to be the correct character to get the white rabbit. Like, do I have to be Mario, and maybe then the white rabbit will appear in there? Because I already collected one. I already grabbed one of the red ones. The other annoying thing though is that the rabbits do keep respawning. So like that one that I grabbed as Mario, it's gonna, if I switch to Mario, he's always gonna be in there. I don't think he actually unlocks anything new, but he's always gonna be in there. In, out, where are we going? I believe we're going down here. So, once you drain the moat by ground pounding those two pillars in the basement, it unlocks this area. Now in Super Mario 64, the original, this is how you unlock the Vanish Cap. Here, it just exists because all we need to unlock the Vanish Cap is Luigi. It's kind of a shame really, it sort of means that these areas aren't really that special, they just exist. Now the Wing Cap you still need. You still need to do that course, but the Vanish Cap one and the non-Vanish Cap one, the Metal Cap, they're just there because they were in the original. They don't unlock anything special. And they have an extra star. So there is an island just over there that we will need to access later, by which I mean once I've gathered the first star. So we're going to ignore Mario's hat just over here. Or do I? Did I ignore it? No, I didn't. I did it so I can make the platform a bit easier. So we're not going to ignore Mario's cap over here. Right, this part's quite awkward because these things do flip around. They also move incredibly slowly. Why does Nintendo have some sort of obsession with red coins? I mean, it's no Sunshine, it's not even close, but still. Also though, I'm glad they did start getting rid of the 100 coin missions. It technically took... Woo! Woohoo! How did I do that? It technically took them until 3D Land to stop doing it, but they eventually got rid of the 100 coin missions. Right, you need Luigi to get the star. I mean, the Galaxy games, they do have 100 coin missions, just they're done under the purple coins. And some of them are fine. Because some of them are just under a time limit. It can be a very strict time limit, but you're under a time limit with more than 100 coins to collect. But then you also have the ones that are like massive scavenger hunts, like Sea Slide Galaxy or Beach Bowl or Good Egg Galaxy, Honey Hive, lots of them. They're not so good. They're really not that much better. Right, so for this one I need Mario. Don't worry, the camera does zoom in. The Galaxy 2 I think gets rid of the scavenger hunts because they're not in every single level. Whereas Galaxy 1 they're in all of the main levels. In Galaxy 2 they're only in certain levels. Which is much better. I mean, Galaxy 2 then decides, you know what, remember those 3 green stars we had the player collect last time? Let's just have loads of them. I mean, I still prefer collecting the green stars to simply playing the game again as Luigi just for the sake of unlocking one extra level, but it's not that much better. Right, this one here. I'm amazed I didn't fail this. I somehow managed to get this on my first try. Oh, there's a view. That's the view I needed. What was it last part? Wario's crotch, now we have Mario's ass. His inflated ass. So even with this, this is a very generous timer. Look how much I'm failing here. And I still managed to do this. So that is lenient. Like the timer didn't even start speeding up. Why can't every Switch star be that nice? Right, that's that area done. Now I believe we are going to a place. Is this Cool Mountain I'm going to? No, I think that's later. Where am I going next? Is it I think it's the Goon Boss fight. Where are we going? Yep, Goon Boss. Nope. There we go to there. Yeah, there we go. It's like, pass me. What are you doing? You thought this was the only mission left before you realised there was still one to get in Cool Mountain. No, not Mario. Well, there probably is a Wario cap in the level, but it's like we need to use every character other than Yoshi. Who? I know, right? We will see Yoshi again, I assure you. Once you start unlocking the other characters, you never really need Yoshi. I mean, you can always just have you play as Yoshi and then just grab the caps, but for the sake of a bit of convenience, you really never actually need Yoshi once you start unlocking the other characters. It's like, we need him for a couple of missions in Snowman's Land. But that's pretty much it. You don't really need him at all after that. It's like, why have him as the starting character? Especially when the name of the game is Super Mario 64. But we're gonna make Yoshi the main character. Jesus Christ. That was close. This is like the 3rd attempt. 3rd or 4th. I died a few times. Yeah, so this stuff is the same as what we saw in Hazy Maze Cave. Star number 2, and that black block, that is the only reason we can't just come here as Mario after we rescued him. No, it isn't actually. No. There is another coin that requires Luigi. I just couldn't remember when I collected. I think that's one of the. Is that one of the last ones? Or one of the first? Whatever. Hey, come back. It's a good thing you can't run off the edge. Right, Mario needs to go across here because there is a power-up block. And we need to use the balloon power-up. Unfortunately, it never occurred to me, maybe I should just go over to the big tree over there. So I thought the first thing I'll do is just see if it's really high up here. The background never scrolls no matter how high you go. Look, now I get Mario's crotch. I mean, it's pretty much the same view as you get of him in Super Mario World, but he doesn't start deflating though, which is a shame. And even though I actually did pick up the power up upon breaking the block, I guess breaking the block is what caused me to take the damage. I don't think it's possible to actually die upon falling a great height though. I don't know if you can lose any more health than half of it, but I think that is it. You can't die, that much I do know. This isn't Donkey Kong. And all you need to do in that is just fall about the equivalent of Mario's height. It's amazing you can even jump, which is weird, considering he was called Jumpman in that game. There you are. Unfortunately, it's blocked. Which means that we need to go over to that power-up block again, because there's only one. So where am I going now? Beats me. I think I was mistaken with Tree Dogs. I mean, there is a red coin over here. We need to come over here anyway, but... Watch out for the piranha plants. Ow. No, my hats! Luckily, this is one of the few areas where the hats actually respawn in the same locations. Sometimes now, if the Goombas do eventually respawn, but if they're not there, the hat just appears on the ground. When the Goomba respawns, the hat will be on the Goomba. Who did the sound mixing for the Goomba's footsteps? I swear to God, because it's so irritating. Like this right now. This is with two of them. Remember the Goomba boss fight? God, that was annoying. Let's grab this again. Make a mad dash for the tree. What is the point of having something called the Vanish Cap if they can still see you? It just kind of seems pointless to me. I'm not a fan of the pixelated effect. Like in Super Mario 64, it actually does just make you transparent, but in the DS version, it kind of just makes you pixelated. I don't know, I just don't find the effect to be as good. I mean, it still does the same thing. I just think it looks cooler on the original. So the few times I'll actually praise the original's graphics more, because I mean, it looks fine, but it's very simple. But there's one thing that, well, you could say it's an improvement, but you know what, I just find it funny. So it's actually kind of sad that it isn't here, and that is, when you move really far away from the camera in the original version, Mario loses polygons. And he looks really weird when you see him from a distance. But that doesn't happen here, which is a shame. It's like he's a very low poly, jaggy looking Mario. Right, so you grab this, try and get it at the height of your jump, and now you gotta very slowly make your way up to the top of this massive tree. It's kind of like what we already had to do in the Chief Chili area. Only without the ice physics, thank God. Bit more of an awkward landing there. Oh, my health. What's no use in there? There is a Mega Mushroom around here somewhere that you can use to get a bunch of lives, but I couldn't be bothered. Nor could I remember which block it was in. Ah, health. I missed. Oh, I missed. I want to know what that actually means. Like, is it just missed? Is it the same thing in German? Because I think it's a German thing. It's like originally he said, "Oh my God," and then they were like, "No, we should probably take that out." And that's when we got. I think it was German anyway. It became "Oh, I missed," but I want to know what it means. That's simple, that one. The final one is located on your way to the boss fight. I didn't know that, so I'm sort of gonna be. I think I go back to the bob-omb one first. Ow! Sweet health. Right, so he's wearing the hat again now. Bob-omb buddy. How do you guys keep getting into all these locations? So yeah, this guy is just before the entrance to the boss area. No, past me. We do not need to. We do not need to get Luigi this time. This is all Wario now. It's Wario time. Why are you attacking me? You're supposed to be my cameraman. What's the camera look at you two thinking of all this? It does raise a bit of inconsistency, doesn't it? I mean, we got good Bob-on buddies and bad Bob-on buddies, but on this occasion, the Lakitus look exactly the same. Just carefully make our way up there. Oh, thank God, we can actually properly just turn around like that. If this was the original, that's luck based. You'll either turn around like you would, like I did just there, which is fine, or you would do like this really long U-turn. And that has killed me, or nearly killed me, so many times. Right, we simply exit the course, and all we have left now, I believe, is just one final level in Cool Cool Mountain. Mob's Fortress done, Jolly Roger Bay done. One left at Cool Cool Mountain, Bob-on Battlefield is done. Big Bruce Haunt, they're all good. We just have to get the Switch Star in here. The Switch Star of Cool Cool Mountain. You can... I'm surprised they didn't call it something like the Switch Star of the Frozen Lake or something. It's not really a lake, it's more of a puddle. I think you can do this one of two ways. You can either do this, you can either break the lake first and then activate the switch, which is what I did. Saves you a bit of time not doing the ground pound, because it is quite a strict time limit, this one. Or you can do it that way and just ground pound at the end. I hate jumping off this thing, especially as Wario. Whee! Right, that reveals the star. Thankfully we can just jump, because then this random wind suddenly shows up that should not be able to send Wario anywhere. He should have fallen right down. See, it's getting stuck in the snow that really wastes the time. And that's Cool Cool Mountain done. But there was one thing that I didn't get round to showing off in one of the previous parts. So, in Hazy Maze Cave, we had a mission where we have to break down all of those boulders, and then that revealed a star. But in the original version of Super Mario 64, the mission is slightly different. Because rather than having to break the blocks, we can't do that here. Instead, we have to actually just avoid not the blocks, the boulders. Just avoid them, and then wall jump up to the star. Quite an easy one to miss, actually. I switched to Wario, but you could probably do it as any character, as long as you... Oh no, actually you need Wario to break down, I think it was like a big black block or something. What was it? I can't remember, maybe you could do it as any character. Whichever it is, you can't do that here. I will say, while Mario looks quite weird when he's really far away from the screen, I actually really do like Mario's model in this game. He looks so adorable. Watch for rolling rocks. Whatever it said it was called. The spiders look very different. Still just as frustrating, but they look very different. When you're used to holding down the run button, this feels so strange. I don't know why. I've played plenty of Galaxy and Sunshine and Odyssey to know that I don't need a run button. I've played plenty of this. It's like you're used to the run button. I guess maybe it's just a controller type. Just because I'm used to holding down the run button now on the Wii U gamepad, it's weird not to. Just when I have to do it for 3D World as well. I'm trying to get Mario to do the wall jump here. That was quite tricky. So wall jump up here. The star's on the other side. And there we go. And that's how you do that. Bit late showing it off, but whatever. Alright, well that is the end of this part. Next up we're going to start doing all of the courses on the upper floor. So I will see you guys then.